Okay. What's that, Ramee? What's your motion?
Can I motion to add Maximilian Thoroughbred to our witness list as well? To be honest with you, I thought we added him, or I thought I added him, but I didn't on the docket. And if the prosecution's adding him to the witness list, if he's already gonna be here, I would like to
If
add
he's
him.
gonna be here, then just recall him.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, we'll do that. It is too late for you to add anything, but you can recall him because he'll be questioned before he gets to you anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay. Calling this court into session.
Can I put one more motion in?
Yes.
God damn.
What's your motion?
Motion to strike Timo's interrogation from the record of evidence.
Okay. What's your reasoning?
Um, Reasoning is Timo at the start of the interrogation didn't even acknowledge that his own name was Timo. He wasn't all there in the head at the time of the interrogation. He had multiple personalities, recollections, and stories throughout the whole interrogation as well. I'm just motioning for it to be thrown out completely.
Okay. Rebuttal.
Yeah, the defense has presented no valid reason to suppress or for the court to declare the interrogation to be inadmissible. Uh, just because Mr. Kjorson, Timo rather, identified himself as someone else, and in reality just lied to investigators, does not
Um,
mean that the exhibit would be inadmissible. For again, for
Reference the court
the
case
interrogation to
for
be inadmissible or
for
to
the
be
testimony
suppressed,
by the doctor.
he would have had to
So-
not understand his rights at the time, and there is simply no evidence to support that he didn't. The questioning was certainly lawful in nature, and again, there's no valid reason to throw out the evidence.
Your Honor, the literally the therapist's testimony yesterday stated otherwise. As well as in the interrogation, he goes by Peter, a Russian operative. This isn't a case of double life or a spy novel. This man literally had an incapacitating mental health crisis. I don't know if it was brain trauma or what, but even according to the testimony in his case yesterday, he was the doctor stated that he literally went through something.
Okay. Which therapist are you talking about, Ramee?
I think he meant the doctor.
Oh, the
Your
doctor.
Honor,
I'm sorry,
not
the doctor. My
You're
apologies.
talking
Yeah.
Dr. Wilson?
Yes.
Okay, so um
May I respond, Your Honor?
no. How do I want to word this to make it sound professional?
Can deny it.
So the same request was brought up for the same exact reason yesterday, Rami, during the case yesterday. The deal is that I am going to be treating your case differently. The same
Okay.
reasons will not be used against you as I used for Mr. Monroe or
Okay.
Mr. Hall from yesterday. However, in the reports, there is no report of the day of the incident in terms of medical or mental status. There is no physical evidence or evidence in general saying that he was not of the right mind to be making comments or testimony. Now, on the 23rd, absolutely. In the 26th, absolutely. But there's nothing there's nothing in any of the evidence or reports stating that he was not of right mind in some way or form during the time of interrogation. Now, is that on the cops for not getting him checked or on the hospital for not getting him checked? 100%. I do think you have a case there. But in terms of um the argument that he could have just been lying is completely possible. However, with that being said, um this is something that I told Miss Monroe. I will be weighing it accordingly. I do understand that he had head trauma. I do understand, or at a later date he was recorded to have head trauma. I do understand that he went through some issues over the course of a few days and did receive a what's it called, a concussion, amongst other things. So I am not going to be taking everything he says in that recording as gospel. I do want you to know that. Like, it's not going to be, I did it. Okay, he did it. Guilty. It's simply just I'm going to listen to it and then I will, go with all the other evidence and mash it all into one. It's probably like 5% of everything I'm going to look into. So I'm not going to remove it for the time being. However, if it's found during the case today that it is not worth keeping, or that there is some more evidence that comes up or testimony that comes up that says hey, this is actually a horseshit interrogation, then we'll go from there, and then we'll revisit the motion. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Your Honor.
Okay. Ramee, you good on motions?
Do I have any more?
No, I don't think so.
Hey, Carmella.
That is all, Your Honor.
Okay. Ramee, because you have a co-counsel
Yeah,
now, are you guys
fine.
both gonna be asking questions, or just you, and then like you'll go back and talk to him and ask more, or?
Yes. Second, the latter.
Okay. This is very frustrating that Slacks and the mayor are both not here right now. I guess we'll see if they show up. Prosecution. Actually, 1 second. Hang on. No memento.
That doesn't sound like a Caesar salad.
Mute your phone.
I'm in court. I'm in court.
And I don't think they're going to.
Yeah.
I don't understand why we're having two cases.
Yeah, Maka. That's it.
You'd cry more, Oliver.
Can I call Oliver a bitch?
Okay,
on my
how to get the case
executive
up.
team?
I'm going to put out a couple notes for everybody in the peanut gallery today. Contempt
Quiet.
is an automatic
Thanks for showing up, guys.
$2,500 charge. Everybody that is
Thanks for
directly
showing up
involved
for
with the
the-
case,
for-
being
for-
a
for
lawyer or
freedom.
witness or defendant,
What?
you will automatically be charged $2,000 for contempt.
Okay.
The reason it's lower for you guys is because you guys are much more likely to build it up. Or sorry, 1,000, not 2,000. You guys are more likely to build it up because I'll have less leniency with you guys. That being said, no outbursts, no talking shit to the other side, no chip munching, no yawning audibly. Somebody's life is quite literally in the balance of the courtroom today, okay? He is potentially looking at 60 years in prison with a $10,000 fine.
Sure, guys. I'm not gonna do anything, right?
Don't fuck around.
No chip munching, boss. You got it.
With that being said, Bobby Charles, can you come to the middle of the courtroom, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're being charged with 1 time accessory to terrorism. How do you plead?
You
Not
got
guilty,
it,
Your
boss.
Honor.
All right, you can go back with your attorneys. All right, Mr. Hall, whenever you're ready, you can start with your opening.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Your Honor. Max, you wouldn't want to leave a widow, would ya? Those were the words of the defendant. He left almost like a psych patient, you would think. And he made those comments just before the event in question. He also said some other things. He turned to the individual that was recording those statements. And he also said to zoom in on the newly elected mayor, Maximilian Thoroughbred's face, and said that they needed to see the point of impact. Now, the evidence will show here today that the defendant engaged at first in a conspiracy with Timo Kierson to try and assassinate the newly elected mayor, Maximilian Thoroughbred. Now, their plan started as an attempt to shoot the mayor dead. But then, when that didn't work, evolved
Fucking
into a
yapping right
plan to chase after him throughout City Hall and beat him to death. And those words that I just repeated from the defendant are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the evidence of his involvement. See, the evidence will show that the defendant didn't just conspire, didn't just solicit Mr. Kierson to assassinate the mayor. He provided material aid to ensure that this crime was carried out. He provided Timo with the rifle that was used to first shoot at the mayor
This is a
in that
fucking
first
yap
attempt.
fest, Ramee.
And when that failed, he was still on scene. He was still at the courthouse.
Come on.
He ran with Timo, chased the mayor down,
Hi.
and was on scene when they tried
This
to
is a
beat
fucking
him
yap fest.
to death.
He's just fucking yapping right
Now,
now.
just after the attack took place, we have further statements that were all made on recording that were from the defendant. The evidence will show how the defendant knew that this attack was going to take place, that he talked about the previous shootings, that he complimented Timo on the job that he did, and it'll further show that he played a crucial role in ensuring that the assassination attempt took place. And by doing so, that makes him an accessory before the fact to terrorism. Because the actual
An
act that
accessory
took
before the
place,
fact?
the actions
I
of
thought it was
Timo,
after the fact.
was an act of terror.
They've been saying, but they changed.
And the
it.
defendant's role makes him
like perjury?
accessory. The evidence will show that beyond all reasonable doubt. But, Your Honor, at the end of trial, I will ask you the same thing I ask you now, and that is to find the defendant guilty of
He's
all
fucking
charges.
yapping.
Thank you.
He's fucking yapping.
All right, go ahead, Ramee.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. No, Your Honor, people of the courts. I know how to bullshit, and I've seen bullshit before, and that's what that case was. Let me go into this. You know, I'm hearing a lot of Timo this, Timo that. Your Honor, and people of the courts, if Timo committed terrorism, then Timo committed terrorism. Okay? Why is Bobby Charles facing accessory of terrorism? In the prosecution's testimony opening statement, they say that we hear him saying this, we hear him saying that. Your Honor, everybody on Twitter right now is saying that they hope they see Ruth die. Does that mean they're conspiring against Ruth?
Aren't you one of them?
Yes. Does that mean I'm conspiring against a cop, saying that I hope somebody dies? There's a First Amendment here in the city of Los Santos, and it's called freedom of speech. Okay? My client has no baseless or motive to go against the mayor. No, I was going to say
no
something else.
baseless
Just forget that. He has no motive to go against the mayor.
Okay, striking it.
Yeah, strike that.
I'm striking it.
He's saying they tried beating him to death. Well, where is this footage? He says, or where's this evidence? He says he has material aid. Where is it? The only evidence that I've seen they presented to the people is Ursula's recording. And in Ursula's recording, my client is standing the way he's standing right now in court. Does that mean that he should be given accessory to terrorism? What I am here to do in court today is to prove that Bobby Charles should be acquitted of all charges.
Oh my god.
His life has been ruined. His reputation thrown out the window.
My beautiful wife. Oh god.
He's been divorced. His whole life has been screwed by the prosecution's ill will
Bobby,
intent
cry to yourself.
to charge him maliciously. Your Honor, I'm asking you to acquit my client of all charges, and I'm going to prove to you in court why you should. That is all.
Quit your client.
Acquit my client of all charges,
Okay.
and I'm here to show you that today, Your Honor.
Ramee, how long did it take you to get a response from GPT for that?
I just came up with that in like the last 5 minutes. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
What
All
about
right.
the
I don't
what about
use
the attempted
Chat
murder
GPT.
part?
I'm not Oliver.
What about the attempted murder part?
Again, in case Ramee didn't hear me, if you guys have any questions written down or anything that would make it easier for me to note everything that's going to be asked today, it'd be great if you could email them to me. If not, perfectly fine. All right. Oliver, you ready?
Yes, Your Honor. The
All right.
people call Officer Suarez to the stand.
All right. Do you have any note from?
I don't have any questions to ask Suarez. He was just the officer on
no,
scene, right?
unfortunately Not.
He was an officer on scene who I think he saw the shooting of the rifle maybe, and then the crowd going into the building. Ramee,
What?
we're just hit on the fact that nobody was running away.
All right.
Yeah.
Officer Suarez, please raise your left
It's
hand.
against the intimidation factor.
You swear to speak the truth, the whole truth, and
What about
nothing
the
but
fact
the
about
truth under
attempted
pains and
murder?
penalties
You
of
guys talk about that?
perjury. So help you, Uber Haxer Nova.
Yes, I do.
All right, you're good.
All
All
right.
right.
I mean,
He's been sworn in. Whenever you're ready, Albert.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. How's it going today, Officer Suarez?
Going good.
That's really good to hear. All right, where are you currently employed at?
The Los Santos Police Department.
All right, and were you working on the 20th of January, 2024?
Yes.
All right, and during that day, did you end up responding to the courthouse?
Yes.
All right, why did you respond there?
To ensure the election went smoothly and to set a perimeter, make sure it was secure and safe.
You're second chair, so you
Alright.
just scream objections out
And
when you
did
see one,
anything
right?
happen as you were ensuring the scene was secure?
Yes. Well, as we were securing the scene, we were setting up barriers, setting up a perimeter around the election to be announced by Chief Justice Crane.
All right, and were those barriers effective?
No.
Why not?
People near the end of after the election was announced, a group of people ran past those barriers.
All right, and can you identify anyone in the courtroom that was a part of that group?
Yes.
Etc. I didn't have face
Oh.
tattoos. Boom.
Bobby Charles was definitely there.
Could you just point him out directly,
Yeah,
just so we
he's-
are all aware?
He's turning around right now, but it's that guy right there. It's him, Bobby Charles, the one standing right, turned around, facing the back of the courtroom, right next to Ramee.
Charles,
Shame.
turn around.
Yeah,
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
yeah, that guy, Bobby
And
Charles.
What was Mr. Charles doing?
Mr. Charles was running with the pack, the group of people, past the barriers into City Hall.
All right, and did you follow them?
I did.
All right, and what did you see once they got into City Hall?
Once the group entered the City Hall, Timo began swinging his wrench at multiple people there. And Bobby Charles was also amongst the group that was present, watching the whole thing go down, as well as being there, running inside.
I see. And why was Timo swinging his wrench at?
Watching the whole
objection, speculation. Objection, Your Honor.
speculation.
Speculation.
I can withdraw, Your Honor. I'm happy to ask another question.
Yeah, let's rephrase it.
Officer
Keep the same.
Suarez, do you know why Timo was swinging his wrench at people?
From what I can understand, he said, "For Mother Russia."
I see. And what happened specifically?
Timo ran inside amongst the group of people, charged inside rather, and began to swung his wrench at several people inside of the City Hall on the staircase.
I see.
Ramee.
And did Mr.
Suarez
Charles
doesn't
flee
know
the
shit
scene?
about the political motivation.
Hmm?
You need to hit on that with him.
At the time of it happening, no.
What was he doing during all this?
He ran inside with the group whilst this was all happening and was on the staircase next to the group of people next to Timo while this is all transpiring.
I see. And how did this end?
With several people injured, several people down, and several people down, several people injured.
And can you recall who specifically was injured?
I know Chief Justice Crane got injured. I know Mayor Thoroughbred got injured, and I know I got injured, as well as several others. I can't recall the rest.
I see. And did you partake in any investigation into this matter?
Yes.
All right. What was your role in that respect?
I interrogated Bobby Charles.
I see. And did you search the defendant?
Yes.
All right. And what did you find in that search?
Most notable was a hunting rifle, amongst other things.
I see. And you said you interrogated the defendant. What was said during that interrogation?
there was a lot that was said. Yeah.
All right. Did the defendant speak at all about Timo during that interrogation?
I can't recall.
Good.
That's all right. All right. And based on your investigation, what was the defendant's role in the attack that took place?
Oh, through the interrogation, I came to the understand that Mr. Bobby Charles, through his answers, had a dislikeness for Mr. Thoroughbred. I believe words were thrown around such as corrupt, amongst other things. I can't remember what else.
All right. And I can ask you again, based on that investigation, what was the defendant's role in the attack that took place on the mayor and others?
Based off that and gathering with officers, it was pushed to charge as accomplice terrorism.
Why is that?
Due to the investigation that we had gathered, that was ultimately what was decided, that charges were to be pressed as accomplice terrorism, or sorry, accessory terrorism.
All right. Thank you. No further questions.
Maybe ask it 45 more times to see if he gives change the answer.
Ramee, what did I say?
Oh, sorry.
That's your one warning.
Yes, sir.
Okay, before you start, Ramee, he's getting accessory to terrorism, right?
Yes.
That's right, Your Honor.
When you
Okay.
getting, what do you mean? He's prosecuted with. Hello, what are you
He's being
doing?
Charged.
Allegedly.
He's being charged with it.
Yes.
Don't semanticize me, mother. You.
Okay, there's a stenographer meet Kermit. You guys probably should fire that dumb fuck. He really does the same thing when I'm up here.
Listen here. Oh God.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Don't say anything yet.
Okay.
You're pushing it, Ramee.
I'm sorry? I'm sorry, did I break a law, Your Honor?
You are pushing your luck.
I'm sorry. Thank you,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
Well, yeah. Whenever you're ready, Ramee.
Suarez. My man. How you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm gonna ask, how about me? This guy's cracking his
Well, I'm not the
fucking
one
hands and
asking.
shit. What's going on?
Oh, shot. I didn't know you could hear me. I'm sorry. Sorry,
God
my
damn,
voice
bro's
box
got
stuck
calcium
open.
all over his bones. All right, anyway.
Bro, so many stenographing.
Of course. Suarez. You stated that you were there the day of the whole thing, right?
Yes.
You stated that Bobby Charles was there during the entire inauguration, correct?
I don't believe I said those words exactly.
Want to tell me what you did say?
Yeah, I said he was there at the election announcement.
Yep, and he was quote unquote watching the whole thing, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Now, you said you would handle the investigation of the whole thing. In order to charge somebody with terrorism, one would require religious ideology, right?
Can you restate the question?
Yeah, sure. To charge somebody with terrorism, one would require. I mean, I'll read it for you. No, I'll read the penal code for you, right? Give me a sec. I'll make this easier for you. One would require a religious ideology or a political aim, correct? Or to pursue, a political aim or a religious ideology, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, now, did you witness any religious ideology being announced or shown at this mayoral announcement?
I believe so, yes.
Really? What was that?
The claims of saying whilst rushing in for the attack, this is for Mother Russia.
That's religious? I didn't know Russia was a religion.
Is there what's the question?
How and what religion would that be?
I never said it was a religion.
Well, my question was, did you notice any religious ideology? You said yes, and then you announced said yeah. He said in Mother Russia. I didn't know that
Okay.
was religious. Okay.
I believed you had said political, but maybe I'm mishearing.
No, you
maybe,
misheard.
Yeah,
So
I'm mishearing.
Political motivation. What political motivation was portrayed at this announcement?
The mayor, the newly elected mayor, getting attacked.
Okay. Okay. So, what was political about that? Like him getting attacked? What made you charge Timo with terrorism?
I'm not the one who formally filed the charges to the docket.
But I mean, you're the one who handled the case, right? The investigation.
I was a part of the case. I did not handle the entire thing.
You were part of the case. You did not handle the entire thing, but you just said that you handled the investigation.
The investigation for Bobby Charles, yes.
Right. Okay, let me ask you this. Did you witness any religious ideology announced by Bobby Charles?
No.
Okay, what about any political motivation?
Can you specify the question? By who and by who?
By Bobby Charles.
Can you restate the question?
Did you witness any political motivation by Bobby Charles?
Announced? No.
Okay. Well, were there any other forms of ways that you noticed?
I can't recall.
Okay. What about Timo? Did you notice any political motivation by Timo?
Yes.
How so?
Him charging in, attacking the newly appointed elected mayor, and
Okay, let's
also
let's
doing it.
right. Let's break that down. You said him charging in, and then attacking the mayor. Let's break that whole down, scene by scene, play by play. Now, him charging in. How did somebody charge into the courtroom? How did he charge into the courtroom, or to the town hall? Sorry.
He used his legs.
By charging in, what like running into the town hall is a very big difference than charging into the town hall. How did he run into the town hall, or did he charge into the town hall? Yes or no question.
That's not a yes or no question.
Okay,
How am
well,
I supposed to answer
all right,
that?
of
Yes
course,
or no?
sorry
It's
about that.
objection. It's running or charging is not a yes or no question. Can you specify?
I'm the one asking you the questions here, Suarez.
Yeah, and I'm asking
Did
you
he
to be more
run it?
specific so I can
I'm
answer.
asking. I don't know how much more specific. Your Honor, can permission to treat the witnesses hostile?
He's already inherently hostile.
Thank you so much. Dumb fuck. Listen, you want to answer the
Ramee,
question?
that doesn't mean you cuss
Okay.
him out and become unprofessional.
Oh, that's hostile. No.
No, hostile means that you can start leading a little bit on your questions, but you're already uncrossed, which means he's inherently hostile.
Oh yeah, I knew that for sure. I knew that.
Oh my god.
All right, Suarez, answer the goddamn question. Did he run into the courtroom, or did he charge into the courtroom?
He charged into the.
Objection,
How
Go
did
ahead, go
he
ahead.
charge to the courtroom?
Stop. There's an objection.
He's already answered
What's your
it, Your Honor.
objection?
That's an
his-
answer, Your Honor. It's getting quite ridiculous.
Your Honor, he already answered it.
Okay, stop.
Yes, sir.
Suarez, if somebody asks a question, give it a second so somebody can object if they need to.
Sounds good.
It's not asked and answered because even though Ramee asked it, Suarez has yet to actually answer the fucking question.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Suarez, did he run in or did he charge in?
He charged in the city hall.
And how did he charge into the city hall?
I'm going to rephrase that because it's clear we're going in circles here. Can you describe charging in?
Thank you. Sorry, that was my next one.
Him rushing past people and charging through the doors and using
So you're telling me he
Okay,
simply
this is
just
okay. Hang on, I'm gonna go back to cadet days, or well, not cadet days. Sorry, law school days. How can you describe reasonable suspicion without saying the words reasonable suspicion? How can you describe charging without using the word charging?
he used force to move himself into City Hall past the doors. He went
opening
past
the doors?
barriers.
Okay, there we go. Keep going.
What's the question? Are we,
Is this guy-
You want to?
No,
Can I ask
re-ask your most
another
recent, re-ask your
Yeah,
most recent question.
Okay. Describe to me how he charged into the city hall.
He
Yes,
did.
he-
His answer
yeah, he
was
did.
he used force to move through the doors and past
Okay,
people
so
over
he
the barriers.
he opened the doors to the town hall. Where were these police barriers?
At City Hall,
Where exactly at city hall?
the front.
I need a specific location.
Your Honor,
Is there something wrong
You-
here?
I-
Suarez?
okay,
Why are you
I'm
being
giving
difficult
it-
in the question?
Stop. Everybody stop. Suarez, you're being specifically dense. He is asking you where these barriers were. You cannot say at City Hall, at the front. You need to be more specific with your questions.
As being a dumbass
He
for
shouldn't
no
have
reason.
to walk you through how to put how not to put a square, toy through a circle hole.
Guy,
Okay.
this guy Suarez is a fucking
Please
idiot.
answer his questions. He's doing his job. Tell him what happened. Okay.
the police barriers were placed at the front of the City Hall where the stair steps are.
Thank you. Holy. Oh my god. Now, where did my client quote unquote allegedly run from? To charge in.
The exact same location where the barriers were at.
Okay.
The front
and,
of City Hall where the barriers were placed down.
and you
On the
wit-
stair
you I
steps
you
at the
witnessed
front of the City
this.
Hall. Yes.
Okay. There's a now where the entry when you walk out of the town hall, were there barriers to the left and to the right on the sides of the doors?
At the front, yes, I believe there was.
That's
Yes.
not what I asked. I said on the sides of the front door. On the sides. The east and the west. Were there police barriers? Or the police barriers only from the front?
Hang on. Now, Ramee, I'm going to come at you now. It's the north and south.
Oh, sorry. Oh my god. It's north
What-
and south.
Were there barriers, like, whenever you walk in the doors, would there be a barrier in your immediate left and right?
I believe so. I believe there was
Okay.
police barriers. Yes.
Okay. What happened after that? He ran past
After
the police
what-
barriers and then went into the town hall. Then what happened?
Yes. Then Timo began to swing his wrench at several people inside, including Thoroughbred and amongst a variety of other people.
Okay. So he ran past the police barriers. Just I'm recalling here. I'm like recollecting from what your testimony is, and you just confirm what if I said yes or if it's the right thing. So he ran past the police barriers into the town hall, took a wrench out, and started swinging.
And when you say he, you're referring to
Timo.
Timo.
Correct.
I believe I said that. Yeah.
Okay. And where was Bobby Charles in this situation?
He was inside during. He was there during the process of this all happening.
That's we have already established this. I'm asking where.
Inside of City Hall when the wrenches start when Timo started to attack people.
And what was
He
my
was
client
there when
doing
that happened.
when Timo was did the wrenches? Started doing all that stuff with the wrenches.
He was there on the staircase where Timo was, standing just like he is now currently.
Okay, so he was just he was witnessing the whole thing go down, just bystanding.
He was there.
Yes or
Yeah,
no
he
question?
was. Restate the question.
So he was just watching the whole thing happen, with his hands behind his back.
Yes.
Okay, was he aggressive, Bobby?
Not that I can recall.
And did you hear him speak at all?
No, I went down.
So you didn't hear him speak or say anything. You watched him just watch the whole thing. You said you conducted the investigation. What made you believe that this man is a criminal and that played a criminal act in this whole thing? What made you, what conclusion did you come to with your investigation?
After interrogation, it was decided by Captain Slacks that we were going to press the charge of
We've established this
suspect
already.
terrorism. Uh-huh.
I'm asking what made you what conclusion did you come like what were the alarming awaring facts of evidence that made you charge or made you want to charge him with accessory to terrorism?
I did not
What
press
were
the
the
charge.
deciding factors, one would say?
I did not
Aware.
press the charges finally.
Okay, so
to
in
the
your
side.
personal experience, do you believe what you saw at the courtroom was an accessory to terrorism?
Objection. Calls for conclusion.
Your Honor, he's an officer of the law. Who's many years of experience. I'm asking in his own expertise.
Defense counsel is asking the witness to come to a legal conclusion, which is what this trial is about. His opinion as to whether or not the defendant is guilty of the charge is not relevant and calls for a legal conclusion.
Your Honor, he's stated that he was involved heavily within the investigation of the entire situation, and he has yet to describe to me how an act of terrorism occurred here. And I'm just simply asking in his own benefit and in his own opinion if he thinks that it was terrorism.
Can
Okay,
I
hang on.
respond to that, Your Honor?
Nope.
Looking for a professional opinion, Your Honor. My coffee got here. I got more coffee. Feeding it.
I'm gonna sustain it, but Ramee, what you can do is you can focus on his experience if he's charged people with terrorism in the past.
Okay. Within your years of experience, Suarez, have you charged people with terrorism in the past?
Personally, no.
Okay.
Oh shit, that didn't work out.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, man. Okay. You said you got injured, right?
Yes.
How did you get injured?
I believe I got hit by. From what I recall, I got hit by either the baton or a wrench. I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay, so you don't recall how you went down. You don't recall if Bobby Charles said anything the entire time, and you don't recall any religious ideology being stated at the situation that played hand. Did you receive your blood where did you get injured? How about that? Let me ask you that.
This is near my shoulder, my upper torso area.
Okay, so there was no head trauma involved at all.
It's near the neck, so I would say it was part of it, but
so but
no,
you
no,
didn't
no,
take
to
any
answer your question, no.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Let me just talk to my counsel really quick. What do you think?
Ask him if it was his decision, would he have pressed terror? Or ask him if it was his decision, what charge would he have pressed?
Get that motherfucker.
In your professional opinion, if it was your decision, what charges would you have pressed on the defendant?
I'm gonna object again.
His voice box is scuffed, but I probably know what he said, Your Honor. I'm simply just asking for his professional expertise, like you said, right? And within during his original objection.
Hall, I'm assuming you called for conclusion. No.
Same problem as yesterday.
Yeah. Did you say you called for conclusion?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't understand him at all, Your Honor.
He said yes. He did. He
Oh, okay.
objected to calls for conclusion. Yeah. Ramee, nothing really came up that expanded his scope. Well, not expanded his scope, but expanded his
okay.
nature of this. So, well, what's your rebuttal?
My rebuttal is, I mean, he's a peace officer, right? So I'm asking if he was the one handling charging him instead of his captain, what would he have charged the defendant with? I mean, he has expertise, right? He's an officer of the law, right? He knows the penal code. He knows the standard operating procedures. He's the investigating officer. So I'm asking for his conclusion.
Mr. Hall, do you have a final rebuttal? Or are you trying to fix your voice box?
Judge,
I mean, I could rephrase the question.
Yeah. Let's try to rephrase it. Let's see what you
Is
got.
there any other charge that might have fit the scenario better?
I'm not sure right now.
Okay. From what you witnessed, what would you have charged Bobby Charles with?
Okay, I know Oliver's having a. Can I object to Badger at this point, Your Honor? I've answered the question he's asked. I feel like he's trying to get a different answer.
Your Honor, you've already established that he's being literally dense as hell in his responses.
Don't. I mean, I get where you're going with. You can. I'm picking up what you're putting down. You can go, move on from this line of questioning.
You're talking to me or you're talking to Suarez?
Yeah, I said Ramee.
I mean, Your Honor, this guy's non-responsive in literally every question I've asked completely since the start.
No, I understand that. But as an attorney, it's your job to prove to me or disprove charges. I get where you're going, so you don't have to keep going down this road. I get what you're trying to say.
Let me talk to my counsel. Oh, fuck this little bitch. I hope he dies after this.
I hope he fucking dies too. He's on the fucking hit list.
But so I would say the main thing is so he didn't have political motivation. He didn't have religious ideology. I think you covered all those bases. I think we're done with this guy. I don't really see what else he could really offer at this point. But
Talking about attempted murder, maybe?
doesn't matter. The judge already gets where we're going with it. If they
Paul,
push
are you
the wrong
good?
charges,
Are you still having issues?
okay, Your
All
Honor.
that
Okay, you're
fucking
sorry.
yap.
Can I
was
ask
catching up
what
to
made them
Oliver.
want to arrest Bobby if he was
You
just
might need
standing
to
there?
take a nap, my man. That's what fixed it last time.
yeah, you could. Yeah.
Okay.
One
As
second,
somebody.
Ramee. Hang
Oh
on.
yeah, sorry.
He's got to take a nap real quick. We're gonna go into like a quick 2-minute recess.
This happens every fucking court case with Oliver. Holy fuck.
We ain't in recess yet, man.
Sorry.
Chill.
Can we have Chatterbox in contempt of court, please?
For what?
He just called me. He just said Ramee's stupid outside.
I didn't even hear him.
Dude.
What do you mean, dude?
Dude, work with me, man.
Bro, I've done.
I know. I'm fucking with you. I'm just saying the stenographer would have been cool. Excuse me?
You heard me.
I didn't actually.
Yeah, so he's gonna slap you silly.
Suarez, you're doing really good, man. You should be a lawyer.
Okay.
And Suarez, you're not being dense in a sense of an
No, he
insult.
is.
It's more
He
so I
is.
can tell that you're trying to not
I mean,
help Ramee
yeah,
out
I'm
here.
just trying to answer the questions. I feel like they're just
No,
being
no,
rephrased
you're just
differently.
being dense.
And okay,
Like
well,
not.
Your
Ramee,
Honor, I
stop
mean,
it.
this I don't understand.
We're in
He
recess.
said
You're being
first
dense,
he's calling me
Suarez.
dumb fuck.
Grow the
Second,
fuck
he's
up.
calling me dense.
Grow
and
the
he's
fuck up and
badgering
stop
me
being
at this
dense.
point, Your Honor.
All right?
Hey, Ramee.
You're
Ramee,
hostile. I can
I'd like
badge
the
you.
motion to strike him in
Both
contempt
of
of
you
court, Your
stop.
Honor.
We're in
Both
recess,
of you
Your
stop.
Honor.
Both of you stop. Recess hasn't happened because I didn't hit the gavel yet.
Thank you.
I'm waiting until Oliver goes and takes his nap to hit the gavel.
Learn how to sit in a chair
Secondly-
properly,
In
Suarez.
the courtroom, Your Honor.
Scotty.
Secondly, Suarez, don't tell me to find somebody in contempt.
Yeah.
Thirdly, Ramee, you're in contempt.
Okay, relax, dude. Come on. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Just saying, bro. The stenographer is like.
Damn, that's crazy. That really shut him up quick.
The stenographer is like really fucking cool, bro. Cooler than you, Your Honor.
Uh-huh.
Dude, you guys think I'm winning this?
Is it
Yeah,
recess?
yeah, you got this shit at the bag,
Yeah,
right?
bro.
I mean, I'm gonna
fucking
keep it
Oliver
real.
has
He be
the
cooking
shittiest.
himself, bro.
Yeah, for Oliver has the shitty voice box, so every 20 minutes we have to
It's
take
all
a
that
recess,
fucking
so he
yapping.
wakes up.
It's all that fucking yapping. It's catching up to him.
Gotta be careful cooking too hard though,
How much
Ramee.
more do
You're
you have to
frying the
do?
judge.
I mean, I'm a real. That's only the first witness that.
Doug?
I mean, I don't think that's anybody else, right? Because Leo didn't show up and Dab's not even here.
Yeah,
no, Dab's over
Max
there.
is
Call
here.
him.
Vance
He's
is
here.
He's over in the corner.
Okay, he's back there.
Okay.
Max and Jonathan, I think those are the only two that we
My
left.
questioning for Bobby's literally like 20 minutes, 2 minutes. I mean, 20 seconds. Not even. It's like 5 questions, bro.
Or run it by me again. so I
Yo.
don't forget.
Yo, Wami, I'm not really a warrior, but at one point, it almost be worth asking him, did he agree with the charges? Because it sounded like he don't, to be honest.
Yeah, he don't.
That's what he was trying to get him with, but
That's what I'm trying
Suarez
to.
is being dense as fuck.
Yeah, I'm.
He was trying to give you PR responses.
Do you agree with the charges? Yo, what's the charge exactly? Can you help me with that?
Wait.
If he's
Say it again.
uncertain about what charge, maybe he.
I'm saying if you ask him, do you agree with the charge? The motherfucker would be asking you what a charge is or some shit.
I'm gonna ask him that. Then I'll embarrass him. I'm like, are you qualified to be a police officer in the city of Los Santos? And then see what he says.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
put
you
him on the
should.
hit list.
I'm gonna ask him that. I'm gonna ask
I
him
think
that.
the thing is, you got to prove that somehow Bobby was involved with Timo, right? Since he's an
Right, but
accessory.
they has the prosecution needs to do that, not me.
What's up?
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Put
Brother-
Suarez on the hit list.
Yo, you want me? How much you paying, bro?
Give me a sec. Chad, I'm gonna go get my coffee since we're in recess. Give me a sec.
You know, technically,
Yeah,
you
damn.
got him
Holy
dead to rights
yeah.
now,
Oh my
Since he's
god.
uncertain of what charge
Yeah.
to even,
Right now type shit.
press
though?
it.
Right. Well, the thing is, he was
Once he leaves,
knocked unconscious and he didn't file the charge. Looks
Yeah.
like tough.
Yeah.
And like
Listen,
proving
I'm a
accessory
big
is
rich.
All right.
even
Oh
tougher.
shit. Yo, another cop showed up, dude.
Oh, there's slacks.
Hey, Cap, is that you?
Howdy.
How you doing, Cap?
I had better days.
I'm gonna get exonerated, Cap.
What's wrong, Captain Slacks?
Howdy.
Your recovery going well at least?
Recovery.
I don't know.
You were cooking.
Shake that
Ramee.
ass for
You were
Drake.
cooking,
Now
Ramee.
shake that ass for me.
Still waiting on Mr. Hall.
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah,
Alright.
if you're so.
All right.
Well, that's not fair. He came late.
Hasn't been called yet.
And on top of it, I wasn't the
I
arresting
fucking hate
officer.
you so much.
Well,
Wait, you
should-
were the
Your
arresting
Honor,
officer.
You are still a witness.
I hope you
No.
die. Your Honor,
You see this kind of attitude he's displaying in the courtroom, showing you no respect at all.
Wait,
He's
what?
in recess.
What did I say? I didn't say anything wrong, Your Honor. I hope you
ready to
get
get
shot in your other eye,
embarrassed,
you
Max?
dumb fuck.
Ramee,
Yeah. You ready to
Yeah,
get
what's going on, Your
embarrassed?
Honor?
I've known you for 8.5 years.
Yeah.
I know that you go to people and whisper in their head or in their face whenever you're in court.
Thank you. That's
What?
exactly what he did.
I know you, Ramee. Knock it off.
I'm just saying, bro. Like the
Your Honor,
stenographer.
Nah, bruh.
Your Honor,
Nah,
what can-
bruh. This ain't my first fucking day. I know who you are. I know how you act. Stop it.
Your Honor,
dude,
what kind of
what did that
person
mean,
Ramee
dude?
was 7 years ago? I would love to know.
Your Honor-
What? Oh.
Oh. Oh yeah. Let's go into it. Hello. What type of person was I
That
7 years ago?
Yo, that's crazy,
Tell
dude.
him how much of a demon I was. Tell him-
Seem stupid.
Oh, excuse me.
You've really grown and matured in your time.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
There's
Not by
no
much,
way.
but enough.
Thank you so much. Objection, speculation. Permission to treat the judge as hostile.
Are you
Please,
smoking in the
please
courtroom?
grant it.
Your Honor, he should be disqualified with drug testing before we proceed.
Are you smoking crack in the courtroom right now, Ramee?
What are you talking about? The only one
What
he's
are you
smoking
saying?
is Leo because he's smoking dick every time he comes into a courtroom.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
I would
by
rather
the
be
way-
smoking dick than Scooby Doo
What?
dick, okay?
Wait,
What?
wait, what?
Wait, what?
Wait, hey, yo.
Can't suck Scooby-Doo's dick.
Wait, hold
A
on.
little-
What?
Wait, what did Slack say? I missed it. What happened?
Wait, hold up.
Yo,
You sucking
Scooby-Doo,
dogs?
dude.
Wait,
Hey,
whoa.
Wait, hold
that's
up.
animal cruelty
All right,
right
please
there,
let us
Your
have
Honor.
another
Hold on,
record.
hang on. We might be in recess, but I ain't crossing that line right now. Okay, everybody,
What's
take
animal
it chill.
cruelty,
Thank
Your
you,
Honor?
I wanted to show some respect to the courtroom.
So how does that explain? You know what? Let's deep dive into this. Explain to us how that was respecting the courtroom. Talking about you rather smoke Scooby Doo's dick than smoking dick.
You started
Explain that to
by
us.
Smoking dick. You started off.
So where did Scooby Doo come into the play here?
Supposed to be a joke.
Yeah, what did Scooby Doo do to you? Yeah.
Ramee, go back to your
You're
side.
seeing this, right?
I'm
Hey,
not-
by the
Ramee,
way,
go back to
the
your
judge
side.
said that Suarez is being dense right now, so I kind of agreed with him.
Time will tell.
Ramee,
He did say that. On God, he said
Ramee,
that.
go to your side.
Yes, Your Honor.
He's not being dense as an insult. He's being dense as he's deliberately
Hey,
giving.
Your
bad
Honor, I'm
answers.
just going back to saying, yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. The judge is on our side.
I'm not on your side. You've already been found in contempt once.
Stop.
No, there is no stump.
Ooh,
You're on count one.
Back to the if you like, Ramee.
Stop. Oh,
Rami,
really?
go back to
How
your
do you
side.
know I
Excuse
used to
me,
be over
I
there?
know-
No.
Wait,
Well,
wait,
you were over there with us at the. What do you mean? You were there when it happened.
wait, what are you talking about? Wait, what did you say? You said K-Town?
K-Town. Yeah, K-Town.
What is that?
The
That's
prison.
Koreatown.
Wait, I've never heard anybody call K-Town prison. I thought he meant Little Seoul. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Were you not there when K was screaming the whole entire time? Welcome to K-Town.
No, I got there later.
Oh my God, Mr. Cade took over the entire prison.
You did.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
wild.
Update on Oliver.
Hey,
You having
Carmine,
few issues?
a beautiful ex-officer, Carmine.
Yeah,
Can you tell us-
ex-commander?
Carmine, can you let us know how much of what the old commissioner was like compared to Leo?
Hang on. Carmine.
Which one?
What's going on with Oliver?
Oh, he's having a few technical difficulties.
All that
not
yapping.
physical difficulties.
All
But
that
he'll
yapping,
be
Your
up
Honor.
here soon.
Finally caught up to him.
So why don't you let us know how was Commissioner Bass compared to Leo Slacks nowadays?
Commissioner Bass. You know, I always said back in the day, that Bass, best Bass. Ever since he went on that tide, he switched up
Tight
on
shit.
us, you know?
That's what I said.
Like a switch
Yeah.
up artist. Like,
I
it was
had to just do it to
disgusting.
him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was one of the boys, and then he lost all that weight, and damn, now he started feeling himself.
Yeah.
The fucker fired me.
Stop talking about feeling yourself. Oliver, you good?
I sound all right, Judge.
Yeah, you sound better now.
Oh, thanks.
Hey,
All right.
welcome back, Oliver.
Guys, if you are in the courtroom, whether you're in the back or near the
Oh,
front,
thank
please
You
whisper,
better, Slacks. I love
just
you.
in case.
Love you too.
Put on some weight.
Your Honor, the
Yeah,
prosecution's
I love
making
you,
out with the
Slag.
people in the jury.
I love you, Slag.
Anyone got food, dude?
Are you gonna say
No,
it back?
no, I don't. Actually, yeah, Slacks.
You gonna say it back?
You got a sandwich I can get?
I got a drink here.
All right, prosecutor's back. Let's
Hey,
go back to our
ma'am, you have a sandwich I can get?
I have a snack bar. Hold on.
Yeah,
I
can
gotta
I
ask
get
you
that?
something, Rami.
Yeah, I'm just getting a snack bar from the officer here. Sorry, Your Honor. Little-
It's, there you go.
Thank you.
Oh, lady, do you have more, dude?
I got one more. They don't help out.
I gotta ask you a question.
Yo,
You said
All right.
you said I had to do it.
Carmine, go
What
behind
you
this,
what you mean by
the
that?
barrier.
did you do what?
You said you had to do it time when I was talking about
Carmine,
Bass.
I'm
What
gonna
you mean
count
by
to three if you
that?
don't, having you arrested.
What you mean by that?
Did it to him.
Huh?
You
Go
know.
behind the barrier.
Is permission charge Carmine Costello with contempt of court, Your Honor?
Yeah, I'm getting pretty fucking close.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. We're still on cross. Calling out of recess now. Whenever you're ready, Rami.
Can you just what was my last question? Line of question? Oh, I have a question.
You asked him, is there another charge that might fit the situation better? He said, I'm not sure.
1 second. What was I gonna ask? I forgot.
You're gonna. Fuck. I totally fucking forgot. Train of thought's gone.
Yo, guys, what was I gonna ask? I forgot.
Would you have charged him with terrorism or something?
Do you
Some
agree
shit
with the
like
char-
that?
do you
Oh,
agree
we
with the
already tried
charges?
that.
Suarez, do you agree with the charges that are being presented to the defendant?
Where's? Oh my god.
Yeah, sorry. Could you restate the
Okay.
question?
Do you agree with the charges that are being presented to the defendant?
Yes.
How so?
Well, due to my part I played, I was involved in the investigation of Bobby Charles, and that information was passed to the lead of the case, Captain Slacks, and the decision was made, and I agree with every decision that was made for it.
Okay. We've already established that you were a part of the investigation. We have yet to establish, I guess, the penal code charge for terrorism or accessory to terrorism. I'm just curious. Why was he arrested at the scene?
You say why was he or why wasn't he?
Why was he?
Okay.
He wasn't. Can you specify? Actually, can you specify
Bobby.
the scene?
At the time of the whole Timo running up and wrenching everybody and doing all this, why was Bobby Charles placed in cuffs?
No,
Why?
because I was down. I'm not sure what happened.
Okay, and do you know who put him in cuffs?
On that scene, I'm not sure.
What other officers were there at that scene?
I'm not sure.
You don't remember who officers that were there at the town hall that were with you?
I can't recall every officer. I believe Captain Slacks was there, and
did Slacks go down in the when Timo wrenched everybody?
I'm not sure.
How are you not sure? Weren't you the investigator? So you're telling me that you investigated the situation, but you don't remember anything about it?
What's the question?
I just asked you. So you're telling me you investigated the entire scene of the town hall, but you don't remember all officers that were there?
As I stated,
It's a yes or no question, Suarez.
I restated the question. Then that's
okay. Being as one of the head investigators on the entire situation, you are telling me that you don't remember any of the officers that were there, correct?
No. That's not what I'm saying.
So then what are you saying?
You state the question that you want to ask me?
Are you going to answer every question that I ask?
Sidebar.
Yeah, literally, bro. This guy's asking a question every time I ask a question. What are you doing?
Yeah,
you're on.
Holy fuck. Holy fuck.
Okay.
Couldn't this guy's whole entire testimony just be stricken out?
This witness's testimony has been far more prejudicial than probative. He doesn't answer questions the defense is asking him. But they re-ask the same question multiple times. I understand he's the prosecution's witness, but this is unacceptable behavior for a sworn officer to be on the stand.
Well, Your Honor, this is not. In no way does his testimony provide any prejudice towards the defendant.
Really? How so?
I mean, the witness is being badgered at this point. He's being asked questions. When he gives an answer, they just continue to ask the question. He just said that he didn't remember the other officers on scene. His
Your Honor, you said it yourself.
Is that he investigated the scene. Not he didn't investigate the scene. He investigated the case. The case being that he interrogated the defendant in this case, that he searched him, again, that he contributed to that investigation. His testimony is not that he investigated the scene. So asking him over and over again who was there and if he remembers when he said that he doesn't is badger.
Your Honor, he never seen it.
Stop. Why are you not objecting to any of this?
Here, I'm trying to give some really counsel here. But I'm happy to start.
Ramee, do not.
Can I just point out one thing that he said in his rebuttal just now? It's a lie, though. He perjured just now.
No.
Okay.
No. You cannot sit there and say, I'm giving leeway to counsel and refuse to object, and then come up here and say, nah, they're the ones fucking up. He's doing nothing wrong. You don't get to go both ways. Do your job as you need to be doing it. I'll do learning court all day for bench trials and for, civil court and whatever, and I'll help teach you guys and whatnot. But I'm not going to do this fucking hand-holding bullshit when we're in the middle of a terrorism case.
Exactly. Thank you.
Ramee, do not. I'm not fucking around right now. I'm not doing this hand-holding thing. You guys are not kindergartners. You're all law-certified individuals. Bar certified, excuse me. Are you motioning for his thing to be his testimony to be stricken?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
What is your rebuttal to that?
Your Honor, there's no basis to instruct the entirety of his testimony. The court can order the witness to answer in a more direct way, and then provide for
which he already has been. He was ordered.
Again, he hasn't provided. Again, the way that he's answering the questions is not unresponsive. He's providing full responses to the answers that are being given. They just don't like his answers. That's the main problem here.
No, actually, he's not liking the questions.
Ramee, give me a second.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Handle this for me.
He's not providing the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, which is exactly what he was sworn to do.
Would you let me respond to that, Judge? Or
I don't understand why yesterday we had no problem, and today it's just been like issue after issue.
The witness was not this combative yesterday, Your Honor.
I didn't know a full response means I don't remember.
I don't recall or I don't remember is a response.
Okay, sorry, but you know what I mean, man.
I get what you're saying.
Thank you.
Oliver, I'm gonna give
one last
more questions.
Oh, here we go.
And if the answering or the way that the answers are coming out continue to go down this way of being short or refusing to give an actual answer and just saying, can you repeat over and over again, or can you rephrase or whatever, or extremely vague answers, I'm going to be striking his testimony.
Understood. We would ask that you inform the witness so fully as to.
I'm more than sure he can hear me saying this right now.
All right.
All right, you guys are good. Go back.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
What was my last question?
Suarez, in case you didn't
I
hear
don't
it,
remember.
you've been motioned. They have motioned to strike your testimony.
Okay.
I'm denying the motion. You need to answer the question.
I'm fucking him up right now in
Sounds
court.
good.
Don't answer them.
I'm fucking
Okay,
him
no
up
problem
in court.
yesterday. We shouldn't be having a problem today.
Crazy.
Sounds good,
It's
Your
almost
Honor.
like when I stepped
Alright.
into the courtroom, then Suarez wants to be whole
Ramee,
difficult.
ask your questions.
Thank you so much.
Can Suarez speak up? I can't hear him.
So you're
Yeah,
telling
you're
me,
yelling for us.
Suarez. Oh, sorry. You wanted to rule back? Are we back in session?
Your Honor, can we repeat the last question that was raised on the record?
Yeah, as one of the head investigators, you're saying you don't remember the officers that were there. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Then what are you saying?
I do not recall every officer that was there on scene. I recall myself being there. I recall Captain Slacks being there. And I believe that's the only people I can recall at the moment.
One second. Let me talk to me.
Who arrested Bobby Charles? If he says he doesn't know, didn't you arrest Bobby Charles at the hospital?
So who arrested Bobby Charles?
I detained Bobby Charles at the Crusade Medical. He was not placed under arrest at that point.
Was he placed under arrest in that entire situation?
At the end of it, after the interrogation, this decision was made to press charges of accessory to terrorism, and
On
he was placed
scene,
under arrest at that
he,
point.
why was he detained?
Detained for questioning.
Okay, one second. Ramee, he's actually answering your questions now. Don't get snippy, or else he's just going to go back to, things are going to go bad
I
again.
hope he does that. But you know what I mean?
No, because now it's on you. I'm giving you the warning. He's being cooperative now.
Okay, so what was he detained for?
He detained for questioning.
Why?
It was asked to detain Bobby Charles for questioning regarding the incident over the radio, as far as I remember.
Who asked that?
There's a lot of voices at the time. I don't remember the specific officer who asked it, but I understand that over the radio was called out that we needed to bring Bobby Charles in for questioning.
And there was no reason given as to why.
As far as I recall, the reason was in regards to potential conspiracy.
And you don't remember who made that call over the radio?
I can't remember. No, there's a lot of voices at the time. I don't remember who said it over the radio. I know that it was relayed that Bobby Charles needed to be brought in for questioning.
Okay, now when you detained him for a questioning, what was the result of the interrogation after? Give me a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Was he represented by a lawyer during this interrogation? Or
Yes.
detainment?
So he was detained, and then he wanted a lawyer, so he was brought back to MarPD where a lawyer was requested. It was Desmond Wright was the lawyer at the time, or the person who came down to represent him. Per Bobby Charles, that was who he requested.
Did you detain anybody else?
Not that I can recall, no.
So out of everybody else that ran into the courthouse, nobody else was detained other than Bobby.
I went down at the courthouse, and then I received medical, and at the hospital was where Bobby Charles was
I
detained.
understand. I'm asking you, did anybody else that ran into the courtroom get detained?
I personally.
Asking a simple question.
No, just rephrase it, Ramee. It's the question itself is fine. It's just the way you worded it.
Okay. Did anybody else that ran in get detained?
I'm not aware.
Okay. What was the probable cause to arrest Bobby Charles?
Mr. Charles was detained at the hospital, brought in for questioning. I relayed my part of the investigation and the interrogation to Captain Slacks. Thereafter, it was determined that the charges of accessory to terrorism were to be pressed and for him to go up on a hold.
Okay. Why was he under suspicion to be detained?
from what I understand, is that he was wanted for questioning for conspiracy in relation to the attack. And what I did is I followed that and I brought him down for questioning regarding the situation.
Right. And
what
was the reasonable suspicion for this conspiracy?
Like I said, I personally, I'm only aware that I was requested that he be brought in for questioning, and there was a reason to believe that he had been involved in the attack that had occurred.
And what did you relay back to Captain Slacks after your interrogation with him?
I had relayed as much information as I could have.
Asking what information did you relay?
I relayed the information of the investigation, or the interrogation, rather, I should say, and what his answers were as best to my best ability, and what I had gathered from the interrogation.
What were the specifics? The specifics.
You're asking the specifics of what I had relayed to Captain Slacks the day of?
Yes.
I honestly, I don't remember the exact specifics. I know I had just relayed what pertinent information I had at the time believed was pertinent to the situation, and relayed to him.
What was that pertinent information?
I don't remember right now.
Okay,
I don't remember that at the moment.
That is all. I fucking cooked him so hard. It's fine.
You're
I'm gonna let him go.
Ramee, are you done on cross?
Let me just ask my counsel. Yeah.
You can talk to your
do you make it a habit to detain people without reasonable suspicion when other people tell you to do it, and then walk away?
Suarez, do you make it a habit to detain people without reasonable suspicion by just being told over the radio?
Objection. Argumentative.
Your Honor, I'm just asking what occurred on the scene that he's saying through his testimony.
Also allowed to be argumentative. This is cross.
Okay, stop. What's your rebuttal?
Yeah, Your Honor, they can't just be argumentative because it's cross. They have to ask particular questions of the witness based on their first-hand knowledge. They just can't pose an argument as to whether or not there was enough evidence to, again, establish the detainment. They can ask and then introduce that during closing arguments, but they certainly can't just ask the witness the question and the way it was phrased.
Okay, well, it is his personal opinion that he's being asked about, because Ramee is saying, do you normally detain somebody based off of somebody else just telling you to? It is his personal experience and opinion. So I'm going to overrule it. Ramee, go on.
Suarez, can you answer the question?
Yes. So if I receive information,
yes or no, by the way. Yes or no? Do you normally?
Can I answer the question, Your Honor? He's not letting me answer the question, Your Honor.
He's. Actually, one second. What was your objection again earlier?
Argumentative.
Okay, thank you. I mean, he asked you a question. He just wants yes or no. You just gotta say yes or no.
So I can't answer the question. No. I can only answer the question with 2 words. Your Honor, is what you're telling me, right? I can only answer this question with yes or no.
Do you normally detain people if you're told to over radio?
By a trusted officer, yes. If another trusted officer is asking me to detain someone over the radio, then yes, I will follow through.
Perfect. Now, a trusted officer. What? Can you describe to me what a distrusted officer? Can you describe to me the difference between a trusted officer and a distrusted officer?
I trust all of my officers in the LSPD.
So then, what's the difference between a trusted officer and a distrusted officer?
I mean, like I said, if I hear another officer ask for someone to be detained, I'm going to follow through with that.
But you just said a trusted officer. So what's the difference?
Yeah, I trust all my officers. What's the difference?
Well, I'm not asking you if you trust all your officers. I'm asking you to tell me the difference between a trusted officer and a distrusted officer.
I mean, I trust all my officers.
I didn't ask you if you trust all your officers.
Your Honor, this is non-responsive, and we'd motion to strike his testimony.
Okay.
Back to the same thing as before.
Bro, I'm smoking. I'm fucking cooking.
You alluded to there being a possibility of a distrusted officer versus a trusted officer.
What makes
somebody
fucking
an
cooking
untrusted
him.
officer?
I'm fucking
Honestly,
cooking him.
I don't. I mean, they wouldn't be an officer if they weren't trusted.
So then why say a trusted officer in your testimony?
You're right. I probably should word it differently because I trust all my officers.
Okay, so then the answer would then essentially be yes, correct? That if an officer told you to arrest somebody, you just would put them in cuffs, right?
Objection, Your Honor. Counsel's testifying.
I'm asking him for a yes or no question. I wasn't done asking my
No,
question,
you're
Your Honor.
assuming the answer by
Okay,
testifying.
don't. I'm not. Slacks, you weren't here in the beginning, so I'll give you one warning. I'm not doing this back and forth talking over each other thing. The objection was what again, Slacks?
He's testifying.
He's testifying for counsel or for the witness.
Correct.
Your Honor, he already answered the question.
Ramee, I understand you're trying to recollect what he's saying, and you're trying to, be like, okay, so it would be this then. I understand that, but you are testifying for him. Just ask the question, get out of the way.
Okay.
Going to be sustained. Re-ask the question.
I'll just ask the question again.
That's fine.
Do you normally detain or arrest individuals if an officer told you to do so without enough reasonable suspicion?
If an officer,
it's a yes or no question.
Yes.
Thank you so much. That is all, Your Honor. Oh my God!
Yes.
Holy fuck! Holy! Your Honor,
Would you like to redirect?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's up, Ramee?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Holy fuck!
I hate to be that guy, but it is very late for Suarez, so let's try to
Hey, come on,
help him out.
I don't have that many questions.
Wrap it
That's
up,
okay.
Oliver. All
I'll
right.
try to make it quick. All right, Officer Suarez, I'd like for you to reference an exhibit. One moment.
Objection, Your Honor. This is outside the scope.
Well, he hasn't even said what the exhibit was yet, so give him a minute.
Come on, Xavier.
It's
Slacks,
okay.
That's contempt.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
I
For
told
what?
you no back and forth, and you kept going back and forth
Damn, yo. That's a
How'd
Yo,
I
you
go
good?
back and forth?
because you're open up and bantering with the other side. Just sit there and talk to your counsel. That's your warning. That is your warning. You only
I
get
do
one.
apologize, Your Honor.
I should have been there with you
no,
yesterday. We would have fucking smoked them
Don't
yesterday.
bicker.
All right, yeah. Could I get you to look at the People's D
Yes. Let me see.
again, just for
Objection, Your Honor. That's outside the scope. I never
Let him
once
ask
mentioned
the-
my
We'll let him
Go ahead.
ask the question, and then we'll determine if it's out of scope.
Again, Your Honor, this is the People's D. It's the footage of the event in question.
Okay. Is this like the recording of them running in and swinging and shit?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Are you still objecting to scope?
Your Honor, this evidence was never presented in cross at all. This was not discussed in even, I believe, direct. I'm not sure why it's coming in now and being reviewed after we've gotten the chance to question him about it.
Can I respond to that?
What is your rebuttal?
We don't have to introduce an exhibit on direct or for them to bring it up on cross for me to reference this piece of evidence. It's already been submitted.
Wait,
And I'm simply going to ask the witness to identify the defendant in the video and then go from there. The direct, or rather the cross, contained questions regarding barriers in this video. So I'm just going to be following up in that line of questioning.
Your Honor, you do though have to introduce evidence into the exhibit. Also, this is a redirect. I mean, I'll just let you handle this rule.
Okay. The knowledge of everybody in here, when it comes to a redirect, he has to stay within the scope of cross, which means he can only ask questions based on what cross asked. With that being said, you did bring up the barriers. You did bring up what Suarez witnessed about people running inside and charging or running or whatever. Depending, what is your question?
I'm going to ask him if he can identify. Well, I'm going to ask him to look at basically up to 1 second of the recording and then see if he identifies a defendant in the video.
Okay, now that you should have done on cross, or on direct. You should have asked him to identify the defendant on direct. You can bring up the evidence and ask if, like, are these the barriers you're talking about based on the questions that Ramee asked, but you're going into a whole new line of questioning right now, trying to get him to identify the suspect or the defendant or whatever you want to call it.
The fuck going on in here?
Get out.
Yo, mute up.
So that's going to be sustained. You need to, like I said, you can use the evidence. Find a new question.
Oh, they're getting fucked on. They're getting fucked on, Xavier.
Rather than relying on that video, I'm just going to ask you, Officer Suarez, when you were there protecting the scene, was the defendant behind the barriers?
Yes.
All right. And did he end up crossing those barriers?
Yes, he did.
All right. So he breached the barriers.
Yes, that's correct.
And was that lawful for him to do?
Objection, Your Honor. This has all been asked and answered in my line of questioning.
It was not asked if it was lawful or not.
Okay.
This can be overruled.
Was it lawful? No, we were specifically holding down the perimeter and trying to keep it secure.
All right. And you were asked about the chaos that happened that day on cross-examination. Now, but for Timo, would that chaos have happened?
Wait, can you say that question one more time? I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course.
Sounds like a
Again,
question
we're talking
I
about
asked
the
yesterday.
chaos.
Objection,
But
that's
for
objection.
Timo and his actions, would that chaos have happened?
Just object. Objection, Your
Objection,
Honor.
scope.
Speculation as well.
Well, Your Honor, it's not speculatory nature. This is an event that this witness experienced. He is allowed to opine on what he thinks based on his own experience, and it's certainly not speculatory in nature.
Okay.
What about the scope?
Rami, one second. What was your other one? It was speculation. and what?
Scope.
Scope and speculation.
Outside the
Scope
scope.
and speculation. Okay, so let's start off with speculation. Why is it speculatory?
Talking to me?
Yeah, you're the one who made
Oh,
the objection.
I mean, I guess you could rephrase the question. It seems speculatory to me.
The way he's
Yeah,
asking,
he's asking
the
what
question,
could have
Ron, He's
happened.
basically saying if this person wasn't there, are you sure that this would have been a safe event? I mean,
Yeah.
there's no guarantee. Something else could have happened. There was the riots of January 6th as well. It's not the first time an event's happened at City Hall.
Okay.
Can I
And
respond to that, Joe?
one second. What's the scope reason?
Scope is I don't.
We
I'm
never.
not sure that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
self-explanatory. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. Okay. Final rebuttal from Oliver.
Thank you. It's certainly within scope, Your Honor. The event was covered on cross-examination. They asked him a lot about what happened. They basically went through our direct as to the specific actions that were taken. So asking him the result and if it would have happened is certainly within scope. It is not speculatory because we know based on the evidence that the chaos only happened because of Timo. And asking the witness, again, based on his experience, if it would have happened, but for the actions of Timo, isn't speculatory. I'm not asking
Okay.
him, unlike the defense would say, if it would have been safe completely. I'm asking him if the specific chaos that happened would have happened, but for the actions of Timo.
Your Honor,
Okay.
he objected to me even asking that
Okay.
question as well. And I asked Suarez.
Stop.
Okay, yeah, because so
It's sustained for both. Well,
Hey,
actually,
you whisper, boss?
hang on. Wait. Yeah, if you guys are in the back, make sure you're whispering, please. It fucks with the voices in the room, and I need to be able to hear the case.
Okay.
Speculation. I am gonna sustain that. Give me 1 second.
Yes.
Um,
GG's.
Let me ask so many freaking questions. I got to read through this real quick. Hang on.
Honestly, the scope is so wide that you probably could get away with this.
Yeah, I know. We just got to throw it
Let's
in there
do it
to
out as
throw
quickly
off,
as
throw him
possible.
off. Yeah, exactly.
As for scope, it is within scope because it was brought up a few times about what Timo was doing and then what happened inside the courthouse and everything. So I am gonna overrule scope, but sustain speculation.
Thank you, Your Honor.
If you can do me a favor and just reword the question.
Sure. Who caused the chaos, Officer Suarez?
That would be Timo and the group of people.
All right. And were Timo's reasons for causing that chaos political in nature?
I believe so,
What?
yes.
All right. And did the defendant help Timo with that attack?
I'm very sorry. What was the last question before this one?
Are you talking about did Bobby help Timo? Is that
Yeah.
Yeah.
From my understanding, my personal investigation. Through
Objection, Your
information,
Honor.
Hang on. Yes, Rami.
This is speculation once again.
Okay, how is it speculation?
I forgot.
What's your reasoning?
I forgot his question. He's asking once again.
Look like a foreskin. Stop
Did I hear
it.
the wrong? What was it? Did I hear him ask something else?
That looks like, wouldn't you?
Repeat back the
I'm
question.
gonna
Your Honor.
His
ask
question was, did Bobby help Timo? He said, to my understanding, and then you objected. Are you keeping the objection, or are you dropping it?
I mean, he asked. Give me a sec. He asked the political motivation and then asked, did he help him?
Don't worry, we're all a little cooked right now.
What?
Yeah, that's what he asked.
So, like,
honestly, you can probably just let this one go because
All right, I'll withdraw.
yeah, it's
Okay.
Okay, I'm just looking at chat. Everybody's spamming speculation. I'm just like saying
Did
it.
Bobby help Timo?
And I'm like, Judge, come on. Like,
You can answer whenever.
Yeah.
The only thing maybe we could have done is like assumes facts, not in evidence. but
it
that's
don't
really,
matter
like,
because
the
it just threw,
nature of the
that whole
charge.
thing just threw Suarez off.
Yeah.
Not even answering.
Yeah, from what yes.
Is this a suspected like
All right.
death trial, by the way?
And I guess to clarify as to the motive,
That's a shame.
was the attack on the mayor
I'd argue
because
that
he was
60
the mayor?
years is fucking worse than death, okay?
Yes.
I'd rather
Okay.
die than do 60
And
years.
was the
okay?
attack
You get bumped in prison.
perpetrated to stop the mayor from
No,
taking
I
office?
only did that once with Timo,
Objection,
okay?
Your Honor.
You've done it more than once.
The facts, not in evidence.
3 times.
Exactly. 3 times in one night.
Can I respond, Your Honor?
Why are you eyeballing me, love?
Yeah, if I don't respond immediately when an objection is said, it's because I'm still writing it up. I'm just a slow typer.
The contention here is that
Okay.
he didn't stop the mayor from entering office. The mayor was already in office at the time that this happened, which makes this just a farce question, to be honest with you.
Okay, so is your objection facts, not evidence? Or is it
Yes.
something else?
Just check something real quick.
Mr. Mayor, because you're a witness, I need you to go behind the wall, please.
Yeah, I was gonna come up here and tell Xavier I could hear him all the way in the back. I didn't know if he was yelling or not.
He needs to be
I
yelling.
am. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
thank you.
Yeah, I'll stick with. I mean, either misstates evidence or assumes facts, not evidence, but one or the other. I'm not sure. I don't think
So
we've
facts, not evidence, and what was the other one?
misstates evidence. I mean, I don't think we have in the record anywhere that whether or not the mayor was or wasn't in office. So this is not something he should be asking about.
Okay. Oliver, what is your rebuttal to facts, not evidence?
Well, the question is certainly supported by the evidence. I think coming to a conclusion at this point as to whether or not the mayor was in office is a little bit semantical, I'd say. But regardless,
You're asking a semantical
it is
question.
supported by the evidence that the attack was perpetrated on the mayor because of his position and because of the office he was assuming.
As Your Honor told me yesterday, 90% of laws is semantics, Your Honor.
Don't use my words against me, motherfucker.
You cursed.
I'm the judge. Everybody gets one curse word, except Ramee, who said 17 after so many.
Fuck you,
warnings.
Oliver.
Okay, that's contempt number
Okay, I'm
two.
sorry.
Thank you.
I just had to.
Nope, you did that to
Am I
yourself.
allowed to say fuck you, Oliver? Can I say that?
You did that
I
to
hate
yourself.
you
That's
so
on you.
much.
Give me that
Rami, can I say that?
What
Can I
about
say
state's
fuck you,
evidence?
Oliver?
Oliver.
Well, it's basically the same objection, Judge, and it certainly doesn't misstate in the evidence that we've heard thus far. I mean, again, asking him if he was attacked because of the office he was assuming, it's certainly in line with the evidence. It doesn't misstate anything.
Just had to fuck
All
with
that
him
we've
on this
heard
one.
thus far is that Timo attacked him because he had been elected mayor.
Okay. Everybody pause for a moment.
Worth every penny.
Was the attack perpetrated to stop the mayor from taking office? Facts, not evidence, misstates evidence.
How could they prevent him from taking office when he already did?
I'm going to say facts, not evidence is going to be overruled. There's a... Well... Hang on. I haven't watched the interrogation video, so I can't say whether or not any of the defendants or officers talked about it before or after the mayor was announced. Do you know if they mentioned that at all in evidence, either defense or prosecution?
Your Honor, I believe there's been testimony this entire time that the the acts that occurred after the inauguration, which means the mayor would have already been in office, thus making this question,
moot.
Correct.
Well, I think that's debatable, Your Honor. We don't actually, I think, know based on the evidence whether or not he had.
I'm
officially
fucking.
taken the
I
office.
cooked.
If an oath was required, for instance, it really goes down the line. As
So
to
now the
whether-
prosecution's agreeing with us that it's not in evidence.
Well, that's not what I'm saying, Your Honor. I'm asking him if he was trying to attack him from
Suarez
stopping
got deep
him
fried.
from assuming the office. So
Okay.
trying to introduce that isn't.
So
He's trying to introduce something that was not in the cross. A whole another thing.
Okay.
We're also outside of scope, I think, at this point. But whatever, it's fine.
I'd like to respond to that, Judge.
No, Suarez, you with me, buddy?
Yeah. What's going on?
I know you need to get out of here. To your knowledge, had the mayor been sworn into office at the point of the incident?
He was. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Chat, this is Carmine, not Carmela, right?
You guys are being a pain in my ass today. Was the attack?
Chat can't read.
Okay. I mean, if he doesn't know if the mayor was in office or not, then I'm going to take his answer to that question as he doesn't know. So I'm just going to take that. I understand it's not in evidence, or it might not be in evidence. I understand he might be misstating evidence, but an I don't know answer is simply it's not going to help either side. So we're just going to take that as his answer.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Give me 1 second because I do have to make a ruling on this. I'm going to say I don't know if it's misstates evidence because I haven't watched the interrogation videos yet, but I'm just gonna say I'm gonna have to sustain facts, not evidence, because there's nothing outwardly stating like, hey, this guy or the mayor was not in office. Now if the mayor comes up later and says something about it, that's different. But as of right now, the facts, not evidence, sustained misstates evidence is gonna be overruled.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right,
All right, with
Oliver,
that-
whenever you're ready.
No further questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right.
Take this
Are you
out,
recalling
Oliver.
Suarez?
No, I'm not.
Suarez, you are free to go to sleep.
That was good. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Have a good night.
Hey.
All right.
Roasted.
Hey,
Do we need a
appreciate
recess?
it, bro. No, I'm good to go. We're
Get
good.
water, go to the bathroom, anything like that?
I'm
for
good,
anybody
Your
here?
Honor.
I think we're all set.
Prosecution, you guys good?
All set, Your Honor.
All right. Who's your next witness?
People call Captain Slacks to the stand.
Ah, here
All right,
we
come
go.
on up, Mr. Slacks.